seeing what may be the 7-year covenant talked about in Daniel 9 this September. This is serious. Like, I'm going to get into this. I think you'll find this interesting, okay? So first of all, I'm going to explain what it is. The UN is meeting in September, and it's their Sustainable Development Goals. And here's what they're saying. Here we go. The UN recently announced that they need 7 years of accelerated transformative action to achieve SDGs. That's Sustainable Development Goals. The SDGs are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals that the UN put in place. They put it in place 8 years ago, through which they intend to establish a one-world government. Below is a quote from the UN's website regarding the upcoming summit, during which they hope the leaders of the world will commit to a 7-year initiative to achieve all their SDGs. This is a quote from the United Nations website. The SDG summit in September of 2023, right around Feast of Trumpets, must signal a genuine turning point. It must mobilize the political commitment and breakthrough our world desperately needs. It must deliver a rescue plan for people and planet. At the center of this rescue plan, heads of state and government must recommit to 7 years of accelerated, sustained, and transformative action, both nationally and internationally, to deliver on the promise of the SDGs. Leaders can show their resolve by adopting an ambitious and forward-looking political declaration at the SDG summit and presenting global and national commitments for SDG transformation. Okay.
2023 Agenda 2030 SDG Summit that is happening this September. This is directly from the UN website, and look what it says: peace and security. Literally the words straight out of scripture. And look what it says under that: to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, are among the very first words of the UN Charter. And those words were the main motivation for creating the United Nations, whose founders had lived through the devastation of 2 world wars by 1945. Do you see what we're looking at here? This language is straight out of the Bible. Literally, peace and security. And the purpose of the United Nations, with the purpose of all these nations, including Israel, coming together into the UN, what is their stated goal? It says to save succeeding generations from the scourge. Literally the same word out of Isaiah 28. To save succeeding generations from the scourge of war. So let's pull up Isaiah 28 one more time, and I want to remind you that's exactly the language we see in Scripture. Here's Isaiah 28:15. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood we have hid ourselves. So not only do we have peace and security, literally an international call for peace by the same organization. This UN Charter is the same UN that is putting on this Agenda 2030 Summit. So they're calling for peace internationally. They list peace and security, and the purpose of their charter, of the organization, is to avoid the scourge of war. This to me is incredible, guys. This is exactly the language that we see out of the Bible. How could that be?